All right, this is our Section 2 definitions video. In this video, we'll be defining some key terms that you need to know in order to proceed through our Section 2. So first of all, who is Charles Darwin? So Charles Darwin went on a ship, a survey ship in 1831. It was called the HMS Beagle. It was supposed to only last 2 years, but ended up lasting 5 years. He was 22 years old in 1831 when the trip began. When they finally docked the ship, it was 1836. So this is giving you a time frame for when this natural selection, Darwinian evolution first started to appear on the scene. During his trip, he began to see animals that seemed to be a little bit different on these different continents. For instance, he saw maybe a tortoise with a saddle-shaped shell, and then he saw a tortoise with a dome-shaped shell. Now, he wondered why each island that he went to seemed to have their own versions of these animals. You know, he noticed finches with different beak sizes, and he began to determine that they were made that way through natural selection. Now, natural selection is a big part of Darwinian evolution. So what does that mean? So the concept of Darwinian evolution by natural selection depends upon basically three basic premises. Okay, the first one is organisms varied, like for instance the tortoises. The second part of it is variations could be inherited, okay, and this gets into mutations a little bit, which I'm not going to talk about right now. And the third part is the key. All organisms, according to natural selection, are subject to a natural struggle for existence. Now, just like the strong survive, this struggle for existence was bound to favor those who were stronger or more equipped to deal with whatever environmental conditions that they were placed in according to natural selection. So just an example, if I'm able to climb and another human is not able to climb for some reason, then that human that's not able to climb is going to get eaten faster than I get eaten, okay? And then my genes of being able to climb will be passed on to other generations, and the genes that can't climb will be cut off. And the thing with this theory is the succession of these events happens all by chance according to Darwinian evolution. So Darwinian evolution is all about gradualism, and it believes in something that is called common descent. It means that all of us, humans, monkeys, bears, platypuses, everything evolved from a common ancestor. Okay, and it all evolved from a, say, single-celled organism, okay? So this is the leap that Darwin took. So as a whole, Darwin's theory contains two major ideas. The first idea is that evolution occurs over time. So life on Earth evolves or changes over time through natural selection. As the weak ones die off and the strong survive, life on Earth changes as descendants diverge or, change from their common ancestors of the past. Now, the other idea is that evolution occurs through natural selection. Now, natural selection, again, is the process to where living organisms with beneficial traits end up producing more offspring, and those with less beneficial traits don't produce much offspring and die off. Again, using my example of climbing a tree versus not climbing a tree. Those who survive produce more offspring that can climb a tree. Those who cannot climb a tree die. Now, this results in the changing of traits over time. Now, everyone can climb trees, okay? So that would be a bad example of evolution occurring over time. Okay, now conversely, let's talk about what intelligent design is. Now, intelligent design is the belief that intelligent causes meaning like God, okay? Someone who has intelligence, who creates things, okay, instead of happening by chance. So the theory of intelligent design holds that certain features of the universe and certain features of life are best explained by an intelligent designer rather than by chance through natural selection. Some of the more popular proponents of this theory are Dr. Michael Behe, who wrote the blockbuster book Darwin's Black Box in '96. Stephen Meyer, who wrote the book Signature of the Cell, talking about how information that we have had to come from somewhere, the DNA that we have. You have Philip Johnson, Jonathan Wells, Michael Dembski, among many others. And there's actually a movement called the ID movement that you should definitely check out as well. Okay, so just a few individuals who have PhDs, again, that believe in intelligent design. If someone says to you, oh, you believe in Jesus, you know, or you believe that the universe was created by an intelligent designer, might as well believe in the Easter Bunny. Well, these are people who have PhDs who believe these things as well. You have Dr. John Lennox, Dr. Hugh Ross, Dr. again Stephen Meyer, Dr. Michael Behe. The list goes on, and we will provide you with that list so you can see that there are people who believe in that there was a creator, contrary to what the media would have you believe.